Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Project Storm. I'm Storm, and today we're going to be going over truck and suspension type vehicles, and this is going to be the start of a very basic to intermediate level tutorial series that is hopefully going to be on the shorter side of videos, so I hope you enjoy. Now, first, well, of course, making a truck, you kind of have to get the frame, which I'm not going to go into. But what I am going to go into is making the truck, like the suspension and the wheel placement itself. So, let's use this. Okay, I built this a while back. The frame is really bad. The suspension is a good example. So as you see here, I tried to make my own suspension. And it works, but not as well as it should. Let's see, let's take some ramps. Basically, the main thing you have to remember with suspension is there's independent, and then there's what, like single axle. And what that allows you to do is independent takes bumps way better. But, oh my lord. But single axle takes jumps, and you can mix the two. So, it's very hard to create your own suspension because, well, you're going to get a lot of obsolete suspension pieces and hinges here. You're not going to be able to get the maximum effect out of your suspension. But there is a way to avoid this. If you just want to get into suspension making, pull up a diagram. With this one, this is a trophy truck that I'm pretty proud of. With this one, I decided to go with double wishbone suspension. For double wishbone suspension, all I did was I looked up a little diagram here, and this is what I saw. Once you have a deeper understanding of the game, it's easier to get what this is actually saying. Well, we have joints, 4 joints, and then we have a suspension piece and a little frame piece going into the wheels. We have all the tools that we need in Trailmakers to make double wishbone suspension. And, well, these would be hinges. These little pieces here, and then the suspension would be a suspension piece. You don't have to put this frame piece, and then you would pipe piece all of this together to go into the wheel. And that's what I did here. Let's turn off forces so you can see. Alright, so we have our little frame piece suspension here. And then we have the 2 joints on both sides. Pipe pieces going down into the wheels, going into steering. Now, the steering hinges, well, I'll give you some tips on this. For steering hinges, 1 speed and 100 steering help will always be useful on trucks and on most medium speed cars. On faster cars, you're going to need to turn that steering speed up and the angle down. The only thing you really need to change for faster or slower steering is the angle. So right now I have it on 40 angle instead of 30. And then you could also do something like making rear wheel steering as well, but that will just make your build drift a little bit more. Alright, so now we're going to test it out. Here we go. Nice little car ready to go up the mountain. And as you see, the suspension works. It absorbs a lot of shock. And the wishbone pieces, what they do is they actually take bumps a lot better. And the main little suspension frame takes jumps a little bit better as well. So, that's pretty much it for suspension. There's one more thing that I'll show you, which is something that I like to call the Mario Kart glitch. Alright, the Mario Kart glitch. Here we go. So there's an interesting interaction that wheels have when they are facing inwards. So I'm going to make a basic frame. I'll cut to when I have it. Alright. So it may look like a regular unassuming car, but wheels have a very interesting interaction when they get tilted like this. Go, and there we go. It's active. Alright, so now, as you see, I am actually going faster, and this is due to less friction. And I like to call this the Mario Kart glitch, because it allows you to drift a little bit better, and it looks like you're playing Mario Kart. It's a really interesting glitch, and it's really fun. But what this is doing, it allows you to have less friction on the ground, so less drag too. Oh my god. It's really interesting to control, but yeah, that's the Mario Kart glitch. The settings are these. You just have steering hinges facing downward, connect it up with your configuration, 60 angle, and that's it. You can mess with the angle more, but yeah, 60 angle works just fine. And that will be it for today's tutorial on, well, not today, I'm going to post a lot of these. That'll be it for the truck and suspension tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you learned something. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Stay creating. Peace.